To equip a weapon, open up your weapon palette. You start off with 3 slots, but you eventually get 6 through client orders. And the cool thing about this is, you can equip the same weapon multiple times and change the skills around. So let me add on my double saber here. And I can change around the PAs to however I liked. I can even use all the same if I wanted to. The reason behind this is because some weapons just have so many skills, or PAs, that you need to have multiple instances of the same weapon to be able to have access to it. And you basically just set them, and then you'd swap mid-fight to another version of that. You can do that on the fly pretty quickly. It sounds like it might be annoying at the beginning, but it's really not. Next is how you actually interact with the actual weapon palettes. There's 2 different types. There's called 2-button mode and a 3-button mode. What you're seeing right now is a 3-button mode, and I'm not exactly sure if the NA is going to have that when it first comes out. I think everyone generally agrees that 3-button mode is better once we have it available, because once you're able to do that, you can set every single one of these as their own button, and then use a modifier key to access the back of the palette. This way you can access any PA at any time you want without cycling through. Whereas, with the 2-button mode, you have to cycle through normal attacks or other PAs to get to other PAs in that order. From 3 to 2 or 2 to 3, you simply go to your options, control settings, action type, and then it just asks you to swap. Swap, save, and then now you'll see that I have a much more limited view. Here, I have my normal attacks, and then I have the PAs. So it's not as customizable as the 3-button. So if I had a PA here, I would have to do, this would be my first PA in the list, so I could just do that with right-click. And with this mode, to access the PAs down the line, I would either have to do a normal attack or PA, and then a PA after that, by just hitting the PA button you have set, to get to the next one down the list. This is actually kind of annoying, because you can't do exactly what you want when you want to do it. So you have to kind of line up the PAs in the order that you actually want them in. Otherwise, it just takes a little while longer to get through your combos, and it's a little bit of a DPS loss. I think this is how we're going to start in NA. However, if we have the 3-button mode, I really suggest using that one instead. Lastly, there's 4 kinds of actions you'll be doing in this game. There's normal attacks, which give you back mana, or PP. There's photon arts, which are your skills. There's techniques, which are just the caster's versions of skills. And then there's weapon actions. Weapon actions are different for every weapon. Some are blocking, some are dodging, some are attacks, and some give buffs. There are also 2 different types of weapons. There's called OT and NT, as an old type and new type. Depending which type you have, the upgrade process is completely different. So I'll make a whole video separately just for that. Well, that's it for weapon basics. Drive safe.